Charles revealed that the magazine has been known to be the best entertainment magazine in Africa as its content constantly brings the very best in each edition. Side attractions such as comedy, dances, musical performances, award presentation, and many others were the high points of the event. From Okpuno in Awka South Local Government Area, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
The use of posters on bridges and road demarcations along the streets of the state ahead of the commencement of the 2023 electioneering investment has been banned by the Anambra State government. It also said that the pasting of campaign posters on streetlight poles, roundabouts and other public buildings have been prohibited. A statement signed by the MD and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Signage and Advertising Agency, ANSA, Mr. Tony Ujubongo, said such materials in advert form such as posters, public address system, banners, flyers, bunting, T-shirts, caps and sundries must be fully paid for and approved by the government authority before it is displayed for public consumption in the state. It also directed that the payments of posters be made to the government revenue accounts before pasting anywhere, noting that politicians with default on the payments will face legal prosecution before election. The managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Sachido Obidiegu, has sought stronger working partnership with former heads of the organization. Correspondent Blessing Uchendo reports that Obidiegu indicated this when a one-time managing director of ABS, Sir Amobi Adarika, paid him a courtesy visit at the station headquarters in Awka. The report.
According to Sir Obidiegu, Sir Amobi is a seasoned broadcaster who stands as a father whose wisdom and mentorship are essential in achieving the mandate given to him by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. He promised to give his best in his present position, but noted that he cannot achieve the laid down targets alone without the support of staff and former heads of the organization.
I want to say once again that I am delighted to have you here. And to say thank you very much, for this visit. With people like you by my side, I can assure you that I will definitely deliver. Let me also add that I will need to continue to, seek your support and advice. You're all professionals in your own rights. No one has all the knowledge, and I don't see myself as one who has it all, or has the answer to all the issues. So I need your support. And this door is open. Anybody that has any idea, I am not averse to ideas at any point. My charge to you also, as you have come, to give me this warmth, is to, as much as possible, to strive to be part of the solution.
Responding, Sam Obi, who appreciated Obidiegu for finding him worthy for such partnership, promised to give him necessary support, counsel and mentorship, even as he advised him to live easy, relate well with people around, and put in his best to see that the establishment is taken to greater heights.
The board of directors, members of TAO, I must say I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting this. Be it as it may, I'm so happy. You see, I came to talk with him, to discuss with him. I didn't know it was something like this. I appreciate it. This means that
members of management staff of ABS were present during the visit that featured presentation of plaque to the former ABS MD, Sir Amobi, by Sir Obidiegu. In Awka, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
The Transition Committee Chairman of Dunukor Fellow Government Area, Mr. Chukwunoyelum Onyemobi, has charged the newly sworn-in councillors of the local council to be ambassadors of Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration at a grassroots level. The mayor gave the charge while inaugurating the councillors representing the various wards in the area as a way to drive the solution campaign to all the nooks and crannies of the communities in the local government area. Chibuzo Obidike tells us more.
Performing the inauguration at the council headquarters in Okpo, the chairman tasked the newly inaugurated ward councillors to take the message of disruptive change to the grassroots in order to improve the living conditions of the rural populace, as well as have ideas of government policies and programs. He called on them to give their wards maximum attention with involvement in what is going on in their communities, saying that the solution team of the local government is targeted at making a remarkable changes, describing the set of councillors inaugurated as assets to the council area, and urged them to be diligent, resourceful, and humane while dealing with the people, and not to see their positions as a way to suppress or victimize other people.
Councillors of this council, as member of this transition committee, councillors of your various areas, congratulations.
Responding, some of the councillors, including Comrade Ndubisi Ifanacho, representing Akwa Ward Iftedunu, and Mrs. Antonia Onyekunife, representing Ukru Ward 2, on behalf of others, promised to work together towards moving the council area to the next level and be the agents of change and solution in their communities.
I believe we are going to work in tandem, in synergy with each and every one of us towards moving this local government to the next level. I will do everything humanly possible within my powers to make sure that I carry each and every one of them along.
I promise my people that I will be a good leader. So I will give my people the dividend of democracy.
Formal swearing in of the councillors was the high point of the ceremony. From Ukpo in Dunukofa local government area, Chibuzo Bidiki, ABS News.
Mr. Ernest Belongo and Miss Grace Ananaba have joined the League of the Married as they were made husband and wife in a solemnization of holy matrimony over the weekend. The couple, now Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Belongo, were joined together by a visiting priest, Reverend Father Gerald Omelo, at St. Patrick's Cathedral, Oka, with members of the two families, friends and well-wishers, ABS family in attendance. Queen Anwogo completes the story.
Father Ongumel charged the husband to love his wife as Christ loved the church, and the wife to be submissive and respectful to her husband. The Reverend Father, who said that marriage is not done on social media, advised them not to allow external interferences into their marriage. In their separate comments, the new couple, Mr. and Mrs. Belong, pointed out what attracted them to each other, thanked God for making their union a reality, and also appreciated all that graced the occasion.
Which is something that you can't describe. Okay. So I'm so excited and grateful to God, making today very possible. She's special, you know. Her character is undescribable. She's just very special. She's just like an angel sent to me by God.
I feel so happy. I'm overwhelmed. I'm happy. One thing I've always loved in a man, and that is humility and sense of humor. Someone that will understand you, and and someone that values family. He's someone that values family, and he's a good man. He's really a good man.
So the mothers of the couple, Mrs. Francisca Belong and Mrs. Patience Ananaba, who expressed their joy, prayed God to grant the young couple understanding, contentment, peace, fruitfulness, and grace to serve Him faithfully. For Chief and Mrs. Ifeanyi Nwosu, the couple's sponsors, marriage is all about acceptance, forgiveness, communication, and ultimately standing on the side of God. Also speaking, the groom's uncle, Mr. Frederick Belong, advised the couple to take heed to the principles of marriage as outlined by Christ in the Bible, saying that if they follow these principles, they will not fail. A colleague of the groom's mother, Mrs. Gloria Nweke from Anambra Broadcasting Service, also prayed God to guide the couple and grant them their heart's desires. Signing of marriage certificates, cutting of cake, presentation of gifts to the couple, dances were part of the highlights of the ceremony. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
In a bid to boost socio-economic growth and development of the country, the federal government says it will continue to support the privatization and commercialization of all critical sectors that may pose huge financial burden to it. The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Adeleke Babora, stated this at an official presentation of the full business case certificate for the public-private partnership PPP of 2 projects, planetarium and broadband facility in his office in Abuja. Details and more on this report from here.
The minister noted that the concession project, a specialized theatre in which representations of the solar system, galaxy and universe can be projected, saying that with satellites, intelligent information can be gathered for tackling some problems militating against the growth and progress of the nation.
I have done this all alone without a very supportive and a productive team. It's a lot of work. I know what this entails to get to where we are today. So I want to thank you most sincerely for what you have done.
The Minister of State for Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Iko, had earlier in his speech said the federal government will not relent in commercialization of innovation and promised that the ministry will run with the program and ensure that the needful is done. In his speech, the Director General, National Space Research and Development Agency, NASDA, Dr. Halilu Chaba, said the Planetarium and Museum building commissioned in April 2018 with the major aim of generating revenue for the country and providing education and entertainment services to Nigerians, especially about space science and technology, had been left unutilized owing to lack of fund to enhance it. According to the Director General, the project, when operational, will contribute significantly to the knowledge of those who shall visit the Planetarium and Museum on Space and Astronomy. For the Director General, Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, Dr. Joe Ohian, the 2 projects will create about 10,000 direct and indirect jobs, enhance tourism, boost capacity, and create great innovation in the country. He said that the 2 projects will attract foreign investors to the country, with the broadband project generating about 28 million naira and the Planetarium Museum project will generate 20 billion naira.
The 2 projects is going to bring a lot of employment opportunity to Nigeria. In terms of the broadband, we are expecting 10,000 direct and indirect jobs for the 15 years.
A Frontline Investment Development Group, Elite Investors Global Limited, is seeking collaboration with relevant stakeholders to drive the proposed Smart Megacity Housing Development Scheme in Anambra State. The group stated this when it paid a courtesy visit to the Anambra State Market Amalgamated Traders Association, ASMATA, in Onitsha. Blessing Uchendo tells us more.
Remarked during the visit, the Managing Director of Elite Investors Global Limited, Prince Ezude, said that the Smart City Housing Development Project is a collaborative venture with the Anambra State Ministry of Housing and it's aimed at propagating the smart, mega and livable home philosophy of the present administration. He noted that the project, which is a public-private partnership, is going to take place in the 3 senatorial districts of the state, explaining that subscriptions will start from this month to December 2022, while construction will commence in January next year to be completed in 24 months from the date of groundbreaking ceremony.
ASMATA is a critical platform that can make this happen in Anambra State because those are the resources. So as I play with you, I want to join this project. Of course, also governor or commissioner about
On his part, the group's project presenter, Mr. Gospel Akauku, while narrating the description of the project, said that it has 1,000 units of 2-bedroom flats, 1,000 units of 3-bedroom flats, 500 units of duplexes, 500 empty plots, buy and build for Posh Avenue, Recreation Center, Shopping Mall, Cottage Hospital, among others. Welcoming the group, the president of ASMATA, Chief Ikechukwu Balo, commended them for the initiative and said that the development pattern of Elite Investors Global Limited is in line with the 21st Century Development Plan, even as he promised to take their message to all the traders in Anambra State. Chief Ekwebalo was stating that ASMATA will always welcome ideas that drive the development moves of the state, use the opportunity to charge traders to see the development of Anambra State as a collective responsibility, and reminded them of the need to continue to give the present administration total support to enable it deliver.
Maka Elite Investors atụmatụ a bụ atụmatụ mụ prezidenti ma anyị ya mmego na one of 8 states na Lagos, so kwe na property owner na that very estate. So and my advice in Dafia, onye ọbụla gba mbọ maka mmadụ ibibi ya makakwa na ọbụla gba mbọ no invest legie, all question of time. Ebule plot owner wee na-ekenekwazi our governor na mba ọgbala ka ọ fụ na ụdị ife dị otu adị na Dubai na-abata be na asị na ọ ga-adịli ya.
Other executive members of ASMATA who spoke during the meeting, including the Vice President, Mr. Obinno Kichukwu, the Secretary General, Mr. Uchenna Malobi, Onitsha Zonal Leader, Mr. Sam Emeka, his inamely counterpart, Mr. Anthony Onwutiaka, and Mr. Pius Nweze commended Elite Investors Global Limited for the housing concept which they described as people-oriented and promised to be part of the development.
Executive Governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo, onye ọgbasara iweta ụdị atụmatụ na Anambra State. O gosiri n'ife dị iche adịbago na Anambra, maka na since Anambra ji bido anyị enwetabeghị ụdị, and I believe na anyị enye support n'ife ọbụla ọ na-eme.
Elite Investors Global Limited has reputable individuals as board directors, with Dr. Godwin Okafor, a renowned industrialist, as chairman.
Residents of Njikoka local government area of Anambra State have joined their counterparts across the state to commend the Anambra State government and her partners for the ongoing mass distribution of insecticide-treated nets. 3.8 million insecticide-treated nets are being distributed free of charge by the state government in collaboration with the National Malaria Elimination Program, Malaria Consortium, and through the support of GiveWell Open Philanthropic Funding. David Okwasale monitored the exercise in Njikoka local government area and now reports.
Village by village they went, gate by gate they approached, door by door they knocked, seeking to distribute the nets to the various households in the state in a bid to say farewell to malaria scourge. Sleeping inside malaria insecticide nets is approved by experts as a sure guarantee from bites of mosquitoes that transmit malaria. At each compound, the net distributors will get the details of the different families and their contacts to document the progress and inform them on how many nets will be given to each family. The excitement was obvious as they were taught the best ways to properly use the nets. For the beneficiaries of the nets in Northia and Dabagana, where ABS visited, the distribution is commendable and long overdue considering the menace of mosquitoes in their families.
Because not this is the first time government in Europe the time how we design them with the government. So I am very happy. Case of malaria, now this is too on the high side these days. So with this net, all you reduce the malaria. Look what all your benefit my family.
Oya abalum bakuolu nu na agaga nu we na eke ndị mmadụ. Chineke ya gozi unu. Amen. Kwali unu uzo na ebu uzo adro. Unu ya kachacha ihe unu na-eme. Unu ya kachacha onye ọbụla. Ịghọtara. Chukwu ya gozi unu, gozie unu, gozikwu unu n'elu ngozi.
Sometimes mosquito mata, mother, no two swears here, get a man, it's here, get a lower of my so big room, who goes in.
I'm actually so happy because there are a lot of mosquitoes in this place. So the mosquito nets, it will help us to release some mosquito because of all this malaria that is running on.
Some respondents, however, asked government at all levels to address the economic situation of the country so that while fighting malaria, they can also fight hunger. One of such respondents is Mr. John Anonto.
Let them keep it up. The common man feel very okay.
Every 2 persons in a household receive at least 1 insecticide-treated net. From Abagana, in Njikoka local government area, I am David Okwasi reporting for ABS News.
A group of 38 migrants, including a heavily pregnant woman, have been found stranded on a tiny unnamed island along the Turkish-Greek border. The 22 men, 9 women and 7 children say they have been on the Evros River Islet since mid-July. After being located on Monday, they were taken to the mainland of Greece. Greek police say all members of the group identified themselves as Syrians. There had been some uncertainty over the group's location and therefore over whether Turkey or Greece should have stepped in to help. Remember, you can follow news and program ABS on many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Insecurity. Annenberg government has advised individuals, organizations to register their events before commencement. 2023 election, posters on bridges, road demarcations have been banned in Anambra State. FG has pledged support for public-private partnership to boost socio-economic growth. 38 migrants, including a heavily pregnant woman, were stranded on Turkish Greek border island. Here is the special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround and maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the news at 7 on ABS Television. At this time, thanks for watching. My name is Priska Mwanko. Good morning.